Hi, everybody. This is Roxy, and I am coming to you from my podcast yet again. And this is part two of Freedom is Life, which I was sharing. We were sharing some thoughts together, Holly and Philip and I. And we thought, well, we didn't quite finish all of the thoughts, I guess. So we made it a part two so that we could just round out. And then also we got some new developments from what Philip was sharing, and we wanted to share it with you as well. And also what's coming up for the rest of the month of August, a lot of exciting things. So altogether, it'll be a really good time together. And so, how are you doing, my friends, Holly and Philip? How are you doing?
Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good
And
evening or
Let's get it.
goodbye.
I don't know which one it is.
No, no, no. Let's
Which one
let's.
is it? Okay. How are you? Praise God.
Okay. Wow. All
good.
right.
Everybody is as good as they can be.
Yes,
As good
And
as
how?
we can
full
be.
Oh,
of
you're as
energy
good as
and
you can
vigor.
be. Well, that's great. As I said last time, is there anything that anybody's like is feeling a pressing urge that we should talk about in terms of, let's say, in the realms of freedom, because this is Freedom is Life Part Two. So, is there anything that we missed when we were talking about freedom last time that we could start back at?
Well, the last thing we were talking about was Philip had said that it should be fair exchange instead
Yes,
of friction. Right. When he
That's
did
true.
yes,
this, he said fair exchange instead of the friction,
that's right.
which
Right.
equals, and then we said with that you achieve freedom with that.
That's
So
right.
when me and Roxanne were fiddling with it, like, and how to make it into a statement, instead of saying fair exchange, instead of that friction, blah blah blah. So we said fair exchange is quite the same as saying the word fusion. Like when you go like that, it's like a fusion of the
Yes,
thoughts, a
Yeah,
combination
that's what I was
coming
saying. Yeah.
together. So
yes.
we did fusion, flow, freedom.
I love that.
Because
Yeah,
when you have the fusion, then
Hmm.
you can flow together, and that equals freedom.
yes,
Anything else, you back that all up and you have bondage. That
Friction and
friction stuff
chaos.
holds you in bondage and chaos forever. So if you can learn to go with the flow, if you can learn to we do fusion all the time. Like we've been doing it since we were young. Like you take this, we do it with food all the time. This Mediterranean mixed with West Indian mixed, because a lot of people, we're Mediterranean, we only eat this kind, or Caribbean, we only eat this kind. We do that fusion thing all the time, and we always have people say, well, what's in this? Like,
mm,
how does it taste like this? Because I think you should take the best of everything and mix it together. Like, why would you keep the
yep,
separate flavor just so you can say, well, my country makes it
Well,
like
yeah, that's
this,
it.
and
Because
my
that
country makes it like this? And
That's true because I used to think that Jira was something that only Guyanese people, because as we said in the other video, we're from Guyana, South America. Well,
right.
Ki- Philip was born in Canada, but I would say we are
for our heritage is
Guyanese,
Guyanese, and
right?
me and
And
you were born
Guyanese
in
is the
Guyana.
the
Yeah,
land is Six Nations, so maybe it's because
It's
of
a
that
fusion, right?
that
Yes.
we just naturally fuse things, flavors together. So I used to think that
yeah,
Jira was a Guyanese like Jira, right? We had put in some Jira until I found out that Jira and cumin were the same thing.
right.
Right.
So in another culture, they think of the cumin as its own whatever over there, but we just call it Jira, and you can do many things with it that maybe is not just what these people do or those people do. The seasonings, which is one of my things, I love spice because that's the only thing we have on this planet, really. Because what are you going to do with a chicken? Everybody has chicken, right? But if you don't have different spices, that's the boredom of
That's
Canada.
right.
of no
Right.
Black
seasonings.
pepper and salt.
Right. So you
No.
have to have space. And
Yeah.
that's what makes this whole experiment that's called the human race fascinating, because you can have some of this and some of that and some of that. And once you meld it together with fusion, not chaos, because then you have a hot of a mess. If you do
Yes.
throw all the seasonings or or none, which is sometimes some people, but the mixture of the different kinds of flows of seasonings is what makes food interesting, which makes you having chicken a la something, the French version of chicken, the Mediterranean version, the Guyanese, the jerk chicken.
Hmm.
Oh, what is the difference? It's still a chicken, but it's the spice, it's the flavor, it's the fusion, as you're talking about. That you go, oh my goodness, I've never tasted chicken like this. Of course you
Right.
have. It's still a chicken. It's all it can be.
Yeah.
It's the extra things. Yeah, I
Mhm.
like that. That the because I would say fair exchange is like is the what would you say the prequel, the beginning of the fusion,
Right.
because you can't have
Right.
it will not fuse properly without the exchange being in a state of balance, because if it's not in a state
Right.
of
Right.
balance, then it
You
becomes
have too
chaotic.
much coming in and too much going out. Like it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't come and
You
go
know,
properly. It has to come together properly.
what came to my mind today was I mean, I like to just cut to the chase, but is okay, it's nice to talk about fusion and fair exchange and stuff like that. But again, now, how do you do that?
Hmm.
Um and I think that this is not going it's not going to be this topic. It's not going to be a popular topic, because I find that everybody, they like to talk, all the labels and the whatever it is, if it's religion or whatever it is, but when it actually comes down to, okay, like, how do we actually apply this now? Like,
Yeah.
how are we going to make this actually work?
Work. How does
Yeah.
it
What is
work?
required, the
Hmm.
work that is required to create a fair exchange and fuse things is difficult, but it's what
It is.
needs to be talked about, because if nobody does that, we will never get the result of this fusion or this freedom that we're talking about.
No,
Right.
and everybody
You know what I
wants the
mean?
result. There's
You
nobody that
want the
was
result,
wants
but
to be
nobody actually
like
wants to
prison
do.
and
They
angry and
say
sad.
they want to do the work. They say it. And because you can say that until the one job is given to them that they don't want to do. They don't like, or they
And there
feel
it
it's
is.
low, or they don't want to.
There it
And
is.
It
the
tends
scary
to
part of
be.
it is, right, is for me, my discipline level is very high. So even if it's a job I despise, if the ending equals freedom, I'm going to do the job.
Yeah,
But there's people that
exactly.
will just go, I'm not doing it.
Except
Like, I
I'm
don't
not
even know
that
what
what that
that means.
that was my whole
What?
point, is in really kind of saying this is like, okay, we need more people to start doing some work, um, because what's happening is that the load is it's overbearing, and you can't. There needs to be more than one Jesus Christ, and he doesn't need to die like that. How about we?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
He
He was the
wanted brothers,
solution,
you're
didn't he?
right.
right?
Brothers and sisters. Didn't he
Yeah,
want us to be like Jesus? Remember that song we used to sing
Yeah,
on it?
yeah,
Well, I think it's a necessity right now, because
please.
there's a lot of to be like the other guy right now, to be
I,
like
I,
many things. So
yeah,
it
exactly.
would be on the side of to be a good person, in a
yes,
solid person. We would be needing some more. Yeah, like a
Exactly.
lot.
yes, yeah,
A lot.
Everybody that's just sitting on the side, and you probably are a good person, but you're a really quiet good person. You know those quiet good people, like they're
yeah.
we
Step to
need
the front.
No,
like
that's not. That doesn't do. That doesn't. That's
It's
not what
not
I'm
going to
talking. See,
work.
that's what I'm
It's
talking
not
about.
enough
Because
energy.
what I was thinking about is, okay, right? Okay, you we want to create fair exchange, right? Well, you
yeah,
Yeah,
go up to your average person. They want to create imbalance by default because of greed, right?
right.
They want more. They want as much as they could possibly get.
that's
All
true.
right,
Yeah,
that's pretty much how
That's
we are. If
that's
people are
the
driving, they
forward.
want to be in the front lane
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
the
Okay,
forward thought. And
that's a
and
forward
I've
thought.
been,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
and what I've been thinking about of just the last little while, and it's a thing that we haven't got, like we haven't, I think we need to talk about the balance between the male and the female, the man and the woman exchange, fair exchange thing. When you're talking about fair exchange and the fusion stuff and all of that, you're boiling down to the human condition. And let's
exactly.
say
Yeah,
the men woman diet, boyfriend girlfriend, any of those kind of things. It's the people, it's people, the fair exchange of people. It's
it's a
not the fair
disaster.
exchange of dogs and cats. You don't see them like like
Disaster.
that. It's human, the human fair exchange thing is in jeopardy. Like,
Ma,
right,
And
it's
it's in
in
come on.
jeopardy in all of the spots. It's not even okay. There's man,
Everywhere.
woman, there's upper
boy,
class, lower class. There,
yeah,
it's
human. Let's say
every
the human
spot.
condition. Let's say the human condition,
It's
the fusion
completely
stuff you're talking about, the
unbalanced.
fair exchange,
Absolutely.
it, it,
No,
black to white,
it
like
doesn't.
So
put
to go
any one of the sets of things together and you do not have fair exchange going on. You
no
No.
just don't.
to okay. So to in my opinion,
Mhm.
okay, there is only one way that neutrality, fair exchange, male female. There's only one way that this happens. The
Mhm.
person that realizes that they can connect to source, God, Almighty, or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be,
Hmm.
Mhm.
has to then neutralize or find a way to adapt to whatever energy they're working with to create the fair exchange. Because it's not like everybody that you got to come up to, you're going to have this, oh, I'm going to work with you, you're going to work with me, and we're going to be great together.
Right.
When we go out there, we have to find a way. This guy is yelling at the top of his lungs. The first thing I really want to do is friction, knock him out. Right? That's friction.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Yeah.
But what I should be doing is learning how to somehow take that negative energy in,
Transmute
neutralize
it.
it,
Yeah.
and find a way to communicate with him in a non friction manner. That takes a lot of
Absolutely.
work, it takes a lot of energy. But if
Energy.
we don't
It's
start to
energy.
do that, everybody doesn't start to do that, what I'm seeing in the world is boom, you hit me, I hit you back 10 times harder, bro. And then
Yes.
Right.
I'm going to hit you back 20 times harder. The toxicity levels and the friction levels go so high that when a
Yeah.
person does come along to neutralize, they have so much energetic work and balance to do, they're half dead.
Yeah.
Basically impossible.
There's not
Yeah.
enough of us out here stabilizing things correctly, being more balanced, being more neutral. That the blows are a Jesus Christ kind of thing where you're
Yeah.
almost crucified. And then
Yeah.
the people that are neutralizing, they go, I'm not doing this no more.
Right. And they
Right. I
and,
don't
and
have
and they
enough help. I don't
They
have
don't have
enough.
enough
It
help.
can't
Nobody's
work.
holding my
Yeah.
hand with this, you know? Help me
yeah, and
Yeah.
I
out,
think that's
support
one of
me.
the reasons that we are even doing this is because of the moment that we're in, that we're saying it doesn't, why we are talking about this from this level is because the principle is you don't need at the onset, you don't need millions, you don't need thousands, you don't even need, it's that whole idea of a flame. A flame is a very powerful, like it's the energy that's contained in a flame. You don't need a forest fire. You see, many
Right.
times with when Smokey the Bear says, "Remember these." How many times they one little match and then poof,
Yeah,
a
Right.
forest is done
that's right.
because it's the pureness of that flame, though. The
Yeah.
energy pattern of that flame has to be clean, and
Yes.
then all you really need is that flame to connect in one space, and
Exactly.
then that space, that flame connects in another space. And that's why it's so
Exactly.
interesting for me, because you don't need a million. You
No,
need a
you don't.
few clean flames. And
Exactly.
then the exponential thing, which I always talk about, two times two times two times two, it's just the math. And all
Yep.
of a
Yeah.
sudden it's a billion
It
without you
multiplies.
having to compromise yourself, without you trying to. I think a lot of times good people, you see how bad the world is. and what you do is try to split yourself up into bazillion pieces to help in all of these little spots, help in these and what we are being encouraged to do right now, I'm encouraging myself to do, let my flame be clean and pure and strong.
Exactly.
And so if
And
I only have, can say, the
exactly.
purple flame, one purple flame going at full intensity is a laser. Now
Exactly.
you can't say that a laser doesn't accomplish a lot.
It does.
But
Right.
if you look at it, it's like,
Does.
but it'll slice you into bits
But
like
what
that.
that
Right.
requires you to do though is to stop is to isolate and come together with so because okay, if there's a you're a neutral person, you're trying to do that, you need just one or two other people to help you
Right.
concentrate, you
It's
know.
almost, it's nigh unto impossible because of the difficulties in this planet. The unfairness, which is the unfair exchange that occurs. You know, people always
It's
say, well,
so
life's
high.
not
It's
fair.
so high.
And the more they say life's not fair, then everybody says, well, life's not fair. And you tell when you have your children, they say, oh, but mommy, the teacher did this and that. Well, life's not fair, Johnny. Why isn't life fair? When you ask a question like that, you get crickets because people just say, well, life's not fair. It's just like that. Well, why? I don't want it. It shouldn't,
Why are
should
we
it be
running
like
that
that?
program? Why are we programming ourselves to say
That's what
it?
Right.
I'm saying. Like, there's so many statements we
Right.
make like that where, and then I always say, well, is that the way it should be?
No,
Is it the
No,
way that I want it to be? And what
no.
can I
no.
do about it? And most times people say, well, there's nothing to
There's
you
nothing
can
you
do.
can do about
That's
it.
life. And that's, I've always found that so annoying because I am going to do something about it,
Because this
such
Exactly.
is
as
my life,
this.
right? This
Exactly.
is
I
our lives. It's not
refuse.
just my life, it's your life, it's his life. This is our lives. Why can't we do something to make it fair? Why not?
Why do
If
we
it
have
is
to
unfair,
accept
I
a
am here to
horrible
make it
program
fair.
from over here telling me, oh, well, this is what men do. This is what women do. This is what black people do. Oh, relationships? Well, that's not going to work out like that. It should be like this. You're supposed
Yeah,
to be
who is
negative to
that
that. You're
voice?
supposed
Where is that voice, that radio,
who was saying
that
that we have
It's,
to
voice?
do
oh, you
this like
know who it
this?
is? I'll tell you who it is exactly. We talked about
Who?
them last week. It is society.
Oh, okay.
Society.
Society.
It's
Yeah,
those
yeah.
devils in
Society.
societies
Right.
always.
Ask why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ask
Search.
why. People
Go a
may
little
be
deeper.
annoyed with you, but you have to ask why right now. When your life is, if your life is going hunky dory, it's one thing. But the way that the world is right now, most everybody has at least one area that's just not. And so in that area, stop and ask, why is my leg twitching like this? Why? I'm doing it with my own body because at 60 years old, everything wants to just kind of go with gravity and start to creak and start to groan and start
Right.
things that
And
I
you could
used to be always
accept
able
it.
to do. It's
You
more
could.
difficult.
You could accept it because everybody, even when you go to the doctor and say it to them, well, they'll just say straight up, oh, well, you have arthritis. They'll say, okay. They say, well, it comes with age.
That's
Here's
it.
Do
And
some
you
you
should just put
know?
Tylenol
that into a little box and then shut it
and,
up and
go
accept
exercise.
it.
Well, that does not help. That
No.
does, and they don't let you know that you could actually dial back arthritis and have it erased out of your body. But
It's
they don't
actually a
tell
lie.
you
What they're
that.
saying is it comes with age. That's actually a
It's an
lie.
absolute
It
lie. It's
comes
an
with the
absolute
deterioration
lie.
It
of
comes with you
nutrients.
having done
Yes.
things in your body by
It comes with
habit,
inflammation that creates inflammation in your
Right.
inflammation.
Tell us
joints.
the truth. You lack
Tell
A,
the
B,
truth.
Please.
C, and D. You haven't been taking it for years. You've been eating McDonald's for years, and at a certain age, your body can't
Your body
combat it the
can't,
same way it
you're
did
right.
before. That's
No.
really what's
And all of
happening.
a sudden, boom, everything comes running back at you. Like I was just talking to the boys. I have twin sons. They're like 24 now. But I gave them we've been studying our bodies and studying how it doesn't have to age. Your body doesn't have to age and get super wrinkled and all this stuff. It has to do with your lymph nodes and cleaning out your body and that. But anyways, my son's feet, the bottom of his feet, he would go jogging or whatever, and the bottom of his feet were hurting, right? So we found that magnesium sprayed on your joints. Nobody told us this. Nobody told me that magnesium is basically a
Magical magnesium oil, Holly.
it should be called
Thank you.
magical magnesium. Your
Thank
body
you.
needs a lot of magnesium
A
to
lot.
heal you. But if you have that much the process of healing becomes so much easier. And for pain to go away, you can literally make magnesium oil and spray it on the spot. Why I'm saying all of
Who's
this
ever
is because
seen
you guys
that? We've never seen that in our life.
never seen that in my life because it absorbs into your skin. Besides taking magnesium pills, the
Right?
And look
Heard
magnesium
of
it
oil
up.
that, but
Magnesium
absorbs.
is one
Look
of
it
the
up.
most
Magnesium is a
important
miracle worker.
elements in your
It
body.
absorbs in your skin. And athletes, when they have an injury, in order to heal faster, they spray magnesium oil on the
well, well,
spots.
well. They're not
Nobody
telling
told
us
us
the
that,
word.
right? Okay,
Tell
so,
me.
but the thing is, because if you wait, like how we're older now, right? We're just finding the information out now. I use the spray because the bottom of my feet can hurt sometimes when I put them down on the ground or whatever. It's getting better. It's getting a lot better using the magnesium. Caleb says, "Oh, my feet hurt." He's only 24. I give it to him one time he sprays that thing on his foot. Comes back to me. Oh, my foot's completely different. It doesn't hurt at all anymore. And I'm thinking, you son of a, because for me,
Yeah.
right? If somebody could have told me that long ago, but why did I find that information out? Even though I'm this old now and whatever. I had to
To
look.
look,
I
that's what
had to
Philip was
look
saying at
and
the beginning.
ask. I
Go a
had
You
to
little
have
look and
deeper.
to.
ask.
And I understand why people don't want to go deeper. It takes time, it takes energy.
Energy. Yes,
I
it
get it.
does.
You're working, you come home, you want to do this, that, and the third, right?
You
But
just want to pop a pill and,
my
make the
God, if
pain
you
go
don't
away.
go, you got to dig underneath the surface because this is
Yeah, you got to
how these
ask and
wicked
seek
people
and knock
manipulate
and
you.
ask and seek and don't
Yes.
stop asking and seeking and knocking until you get some results that you can say,
Yes.
okay, this is a start. Now it doesn't mean that you've come to the apex of the pinnacle. It's a
No,
start. Now keep on that little thought. The next little thought will lead to the
will
next little
come.
thought.
It will
Trial,
And
come.
that's
trial and
what,
error,
like,
then
at least
trial and
being
error.
here talking with us is a process you may have had to go through and say, I got to listen to it. I'm going to listen. Many things they find many things
For
to try to keep
distraction.
you distracted. So once you're in a situation like this, now take it from here. And the other thing that I would really encourage people, you guys, anybody that's listening on, when you leave this situation, you're going to find if you go to bed or you go off to something, it may get a bit fuzzy what we
Yes.
were just talking about. It may
Oh,
get a
yes.
little cloudy. You might not remember when you
Oh,
go to
yeah.
bed. You may not wake up like, oh, yeah, that was the revelation I had just before I went to bed. But don't write it
Mhm.
down then. Even if you have to write it down, do something to tell. The last time you get a good thought, write it somewhere. Like, do something with it so that you can remember it. Do you remember that movie where the girl lost her memory every day? I mean, I think it was
Yes, it was with
Drew
Drew
Barrymore,
Barrymore and whatever.
right?
Yeah.
So she would actually literally make videos and make
Right.
little signs to herself. In a way, not maybe to that level, but we do have that happen. You lose
Yeah.
part of your memory every day if you don't make some note of it. Get somebody to remind you. Like purposely say, I'm going to remember that I felt happy today. Take a picture of your face when you looked happy so that
Yeah.
when that negativity comes along, you can say, look, this is how I looked yesterday. Look at me, look at
Yeah.
yourself,
Absolutely.
because it'll drive something in your brain, it'll trigger something in your memory, and you'll go, oh yeah, there was a moment when I was happy. There was
You
a
have
moment
to
when I
change,
understood.
yeah. You have to change
You
the
have to do
default. It's
something.
gone for
Yeah.
a long time. Your body has a default mode, and it's usually it depends on who you are. It's anxiety, it's depression. It's usually a negative default because of this planet and how horrible it is. And you have to change the default mode. So you there's a thing they talk about muscle memory. Your
Right.
body and your brain does remember the happy moments, but because you don't, because the planet is a negative, goes towards negativity, it seems to always remember the negative moments more than the
Mm-hmm.
joyful ones.
Yeah.
And you entertain, even in the news and stuff, it's always the terrible stories, the
They
bad
pull on
things that
it
happen to people that they show, the memes or whatever. It's always
on
the
TikTok, on
negative.
Facebook.
Yes.
It's just
So
one
your
story after the
brain,
other.
the muscle memory of your brain and your body tends towards negativity. If you want to change that, you have to feed your brain, your body, the positive energy and keep reinforcing it until it becomes the default, which is the
That's true.
difficulty
Hmm.
because it is every single day like a robot almost. You have to put it back in because your
Reprogramming.
brain
Isn't that what it's called? Reprogramming? Yeah.
reprogramming. But where
But
does it all go back to? It goes back to yourself. There's a moment when you, Holly Arthur here, has to decide if I'm going to keep being dictated to by
Exactly.
this society
Exactly.
that we are because they said that all white people or they said that all black
Exactly.
people or they said that all or watched it on the TV or I watch it. What is my true experience about it?
There it
Like
is.
what
That's
is
that. There
my
it
true
is. That's
experience about it?
what is your
I
true experience. Can we
and
please?
give
And
myself a chance.
that's what
Give my
frustrates
own
me.
self a chance to
Please,
see how I actually feel about something.
what is your true experience? That's my main thing with people when they start with that, right? I go, okay, that's what you experienced. I didn't experience that. I live in Philadelphia. I've been here for in Center City for almost 2 years now. Some of these
Mhm,
areas are horrible
mhm,
according to what's going on, shooting, gun clapping. Oh my God, I can't believe you lived there. This happened here. The trash is flying everywhere. I can tell you right now, my experience is
mhm.
not the same as everybody else's because of who I am.
Right.
Who I am causes a certain projection upon people and my surroundings, and I get a certain reaction that may be different from a person who's born and raised and lived here. So
Right.
let each individual have their experience
Right.
because that's
mhm,
each
and
individual.
what
You don't
about
have to take
opening
it
and
now and
right, exactly.
throw
And
it on them.
how about as human beings, we open up ourselves to take a breath and don't say all these people are this, all those people
No,
are that. Let's
no.
say, okay,
Absolutely.
I am a
Absolutely.
human,
Why do we have to
you are a
do
human.
that?
Let me see
I
what
don't
you
know.
are interacting with me and how that
Yes.
can work
Did you
out.
see, do you
Look
see
at
even in
that.
our
Yes.
conversation how many tortured things we've given ourselves to do just when you wake up in the morning? Like in a day, all of the torture that you put yourself through in one day, the labels, the what should I say,
Oh
the
my
how should I
God.
say it, blah, 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 because society said, da, 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 if I say good morning to this person, if I bow to that person, if I say, it's so much stress. And when I was talking to Philip at the end of the day, right? When you actually study your body and how it works or whatever, the biggest number one killer is stress.
Stress.
Stress
It's
causes
stress.
inflammation,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
leads to cancer, which leads to
Yeah.
arthritis, which
High
leads to
blood pressure,
it's the
sugar
stress
diabetes,
of being
Digestive issues.
alive,
your
the
heart can't
pressure,
take it anymore.
too
It,
much
Your
it
heart can't
pressure.
take it. The pressure.
Your
It's
pressure is
too,
rising.
and it's only getting worse because of all these things that are happening. Your stress levels are going through the roof.
At
yeah.
the
So
end of the day, depending on your age, can't talk about the children, but as you get older, who is pressuring you? At the end of the day, take
Mhm.
a deep breath in, let that breath out, and ask yourself, who's pressuring me?
yes, that's a very, very good point. Because
Yeah.
from
And
that point, you can start to reduce the pressure.
take a minute and write
Take
down.
the
And I
pressure
bet you,
down.
when you get to your bottom of your list, you'll find out that the biggest person pressuring you is yourself.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
When you
scary.
go all the way down the list to the end, nobody can make you
It's the
do
truth.
or not do the things that you do when the day comes.
That is so
Nobody.
true, Holly. That is so true. And I,
It feels like it.
why I'm saying that is because I have done it myself. I'm like, well, I need to wash the clothes and the thing, and then I'll sit
Mm.
down and go, I don't have to wash the clothes. I have enough to get to work. I don't have to get groceries. Why am I feeling so? The floor is clean.
Yes.
Calm
It's
Yeah,
down.
that voice inside your head.
absolutely. It's the voice, the voice,
Yeah,
the
the
voice
voice,
at
the
the
voice,
back, the voice.
the voice
It
of
doesn't mean you end up
terror.
doing nothing, but you have to at some point take a pause
Take a breath.
and figure it out. It's between, once again, it's between the breath.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between the breath is where the safe space is. You have to take that minute to get to know you. If you don't do that, nothing else after that
So
makes
true.
any sense. It will
So
not work out.
true.
You have
So
to
true.
take a minute. There's
I
some
could not
point
agree
in your
more.
life, you have to take a pause.
You see, the thing
You
about
have
it
to.
is either you
So
take a
true.
pause or the pause
We'll take you.
takes you. That's
Right.
how it works here. And
The
I
pause
would
taking
say
you out, it will take you out. And
this is a
that's not
moment.
something you
It's
want to do.
very, very difficult. But you don't have to do it in take a week off because you probably can't. But you know what you could do? You could take a moment and breathe in and out slowly. If you 3 times, how much time would that take? Maybe a minute. But you will find if you do it from the right space, what you're doing is what Holly's saying. You're giving yourself a space between the raindrops, between the words. And that space, a lot of times, that could save your life because that
Dude,
voice
Absolutely.
was just trying to say, don't walk across the street. Or you're just bolting. Shh, wait, wait. And bam, if you have paused, there goes the car swishing in front of you. And if you would pause and take that breath, you could have saved, like literally, and that's not even exaggerating. You can save your life that easily if you would take the moment and pause.
Because you can't hear, yourself can't hear, you can't hear yourself properly unless you go between.
yep,
Yeah.
there it
So
is.
then your inside, your brain and your inner self sees a lot of stuff that you could be avoiding. Tries to give you signals even in your body. I'm running low here on this. I need some vitamins. I need some energy here. I need some protein or whatever. But you're not taking any
The
moment to
racing.
listening to the
When we lived in
signals.
America, when we lived in America, even compared to Canada, America
So true.
It
runs
has a
at the
buzz.
speed of 24, 7, 7, 7, 24. Like, okay, okay, okay. Christmas is done. Throw it. New Year's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not appropriate for your body. It can't keep up the pace.
It
And so right
can't.
now you have this crashing will occur and everything starts to cave in.
Yeah.
Before we'd had the whole COVID thing, people had a moment. What happened? Coming out of it, it was
Stop.
like, oh
Stop.
yeah, back 24. Oh, we got to make up for the time
No.
that we.
Stop. Stop. And
Is
see,
it
this is
working
what you got
out?
to do. You have to ask yourself because it's rough because of peer pressure. Johnny
Yeah,
P over there may be flying. Susie
yeah.
over there is going crazy.
You're
And you
you're
got to
living
take a
right
look
in
though
the
and go,
middle of it.
what do
So,
I need to do?
Right.
Because I don't think I need to do that, but I feel pressured like I do, but I really don't. And
I
if
No.
saw
you
you
go and
on.
try to do stuff that you really aren't supposed to be doing, stress,
I
sickness in
saw
the
you on
body.
Facebook. That was you lying on the ground in your. Was that you in your backyard
Yes,
lying
yes,
there?
but that was,
I was like,
see, that
what has
was me
happened to
though.
Philip?
In that whole thing that I did there was me surrendering to it doesn't matter what anybody's doing. This is what I need. This is what I need to do. It's nothing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
and you
may
were
be
just
awkward.
lying
You
there.
guys are maybe all flying. You may be, oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. But for me today, August 3rd,
Hmm.
that was it. Okay. I don't care what anybody else is doing. And I let everybody see it, which
Yeah.
was a
You
big
put it
deal for
on
me
I
right.
because
I
Lying on
did
I
my
would
back.
too.
never usually do something like that. But I just
No.
felt like I need to
but
let
it's
everybody
good.
know this
It
is me. Hey, I'm
helps.
done. I'm
Yeah,
toasted.
it helps the
You
world
know?
as we are gathering together, even are having this conversation, because I know besides of the nothing of everything, this was like, oh my God, oh somebody please, I can't, I don't even know what to even to be the host of. And
Oh, you mean for
so
today?
for
For
today,
today,
on
yeah.
Yeah.
today, right? So, but taking the moment is just not for us to be saying it is this way for everybody. It is this way all over the world. At certain points, you have to do it because you know it is what you are supposed to do. And as you begin, look, I would say thank you for giving me the encouragement and coming on the Roxy conversation, because we had a good conversation and I feel better for having spoken with you guys than I
Absolutely.
did when I started off.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's
And yeah,
the thing of being able to connect with other people who have like thought. That's what that would lead me just to saying. That's why Forever Free TV exists. That's why we're developing. I am calling it the Freedom is Life Society,
Oh, there you go. Now that's
where
a
I can
society
I'm
I can
taking
get
back the
behind. There you
society
go.
then,
there
Because
you go.
it's
because
not the
who
word.
told
I
them that
like
they
the
could have
word.
the word, right?
I like the
So
word.
why can't
Freedom
we have
Society.
the Freedom Society, the Freedom is Life Society?
Absolutely.
I already got the .net. It's called freedomislife.net, and I'm already starting to work on it. And I already have the WordPress plugin, and it's a Facebook type plugin, and you get to meet other people who just say I can't do this anyway. I don't give a
Yeah,
I have to
exactly. And
take a
that are
minute.
not are
I'm
willing.
taking a
Okay,
minute.
one thing
Yeah.
are willing to have that conversation, not be so
Hmm.
prideful. Be humble about
Right.
it. I'm not doing good. I don't feel
Right.
good. I don't look good. I don't know
Just
how all you
you
people are
know, like
pretending
they
are
don't
like
have
you're all
so
right.
many. What are these called?
I'm not
What
doing
are they
good.
called when you
No,
can't
I'm
really
not.
see
Women.
your real
No.
face? Like what are they called?
What? Say
What
it
is
again. What?
what are
Start
you
over.
when you
What?
can't see your real face? What are these things called that people have you put on
Filters.
nowadays?
Filters.
Yeah,
Filters,
come
right?
Filters.
on. Enough of
You
that.
filter yourself into such an
Enough of
oblivion
that.
that I'm like, is that really Susie that I went to school? But that can't be Susie
Nah,
that I
you're
went to
struggling,
school.
bro. We're all struggling. So don't even bother with the competition. I will tell you right away. My left leg is barely moving. My right leg is barely. Don't. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Uh, no, that needs to stop. This
Take
time,
a
you
minute.
know,
You
even the
gotta
guys with
take
the
a minute.
jewelry
The whole
and the
human race
Right.
dressing
needs
up
to
and all
take a
this stuff,
minute.
Right.
guys, it's hot out. It's 500 degrees outside. I can't put on
Right.
that much clothes. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's be
All those
real. Ain't nobody got time.
what are those things that you put on? Spinks and like
The
Thanks.
your
Spanx. Oh, the women.
contouring
You
and
have
Come
on
on.
your
this.
Spanx
Come
and
on.
your yeah.
You can't.
All the
How are you
contouring and the
breathing?
makeup and the
How are we
it's
breathing in
too
Cut
some
it
of these
out.
much
We're
outfits?
barely
stress.
making it out here.
Come
We're
on.
barely making it out here.
The level of makeup that you have to wear as a woman these days. You have to. I was just saying that to
Or
Holly. What
even
happened?
take the contour. Now take it. Okay, you learned all of that 2000 and whatever and all the makeup. Now they're telling us it's to take it all off now
Oh,
and just
jeez.
Oh,
the lighter type of like it just goes
oh.
all over the place. You can
Too
never
much.
just have let what do you feel like putting on for makeup?
Put some Vaseline on your lips and call
Right.
it a day.
If that's all you feel like doing, why should you feel pressured to have contoured lips or not
Or
contoured lips? Just
the
Please,
trend is
please,
for wider pants.
please.
Now the trend is for narrow pants. You have to throw all of those pants in the
Oh,
your
garbage
skinny pants
because
have to throw away, and now you have to
please.
wear
right
all the
I don't
now
know how
nobody
people
asked
do
me
it.
what looks
I don't know
better
how they
on
could
me
do
as a
it.
black
no
person, like as a person
the
with bigger
shape.
bum
Your
or bigger chest or bigger
yeah
or whatever. Can't I just wear something that I'm comfortable in?
Yeah, how
Like,
about we do
wouldn't
that?
that be a
heaven
start
forbid you
to
should
it?
do that.
Well,
Wow.
sorry, that's all I can do. I'll be
You
glad
know,
to admit it to
again,
you.
I bring my sons up because they're a flaming example of
Oh, wait. Are
doing
they? I
whatever the
don't know if
hell
they'll.
they feel like
I said
doing
to
at any
them,
given moment or
I said,
trend. They
please,
don't
Joshua
care.
and Caleb, wait, Joshua and Caleb, could you please just one time just come and say hello to the people? Joshua and Caleb, wherever you may be right now, can you please just show your lovely
You know
faces
how
and say
hard it is
hello?
to get them to come? You basically have to pay them
Anything.
to show their face on a camera. My
You could
God, today.
show a picture.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's what
Uh-oh.
they
There's
say. Or can
one.
they
Wait,
wear a
wait, wait,
mask?
wait.
Oh, here
Oh,
we
there he
go.
is.
Look
Oh!
at that. There's one.
Oh,
There's
congratulations.
two.
Hi, see, you
Woo!
got what you
We did it.
wanted.
Okay, okay.
All is
Point
Wait,
point
well.
wait.
from
I
one.
can't see you
Wait,
good.
wait. Go on
Come
one
on
side.
one
Go
side,
ahead.
All
come
is
on the
well in the
other.
world.
Hey, Uncle P, how you doing?
Hey, these are the editors of Forever Free TV, everybody. Take a good long look because you're probably never going to see them
No, you
again.
won't. This is the only time you'll
You
get
I
look
them.
know,
good,
but can't you
boys.
at least say something? I
I
haven't
don't really
heard
have
your
any. There's
voice.
nothing more to say.
Okay. Hi. How about hi?
Okay.
Uh-oh, they're
Thank
gone.
you. Okay,
There's
well,
nothing
so
more to
that.
say. I agree.
It's
Yeah,
I
but
true
as
that.
I was
agree.
saying, what I find fascinating with them, they're my sons and everything, but I mean, they do what they need, but I can't even make them trend. Like, even if I say, guys, this is, Nikes are in, or I'm getting you Docs. Like, I love Doc Martin boots, right? And they're like, yeah, they're
Yeah,
expensive though. Like, for what? And
I
I
love
said,
that
I
though.
don't care. They're cool. You're getting them. And I had to buy them Docs. And they like their Docs. But if the Docs went away and they, like, say they went, oh,
Fine. It's okay.
uh, they are, because I don't know if it's because they came as twins, but they are balanced. They're probably the most balanced individuals I have ever met. Like, literally,
Met.
yeah, well, had the pleasure of being their mom. And
um,
because it is not necessary, I've looked at them and seen it's not necessary to trend, to live a life based on trends.
No, ma'am.
It is not something like,
it's
because you can do that
stressful.
from young, right? It starts when you're in school, and you don't have the same genes as everybody, and you don't have the same things that everybody, and you get picked on, or they tell you da, 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 da. You can lead the trend. You can be at the front end of these things if you just
No, no.
get to know yourself and what you actually like or dislike, and stick to that. What do you oh, we've lost Philip. What do you actually want or
Hmm.
need?
Yeah.
Not what your friend needs, not what the teacher says you need, not what your boss says you have to have, whatever, your neighbor. What do you actually want or need? But if you
Yeah.
don't take 5 minutes to do that, you won't know.
You have
Yeah. And
to
You
take
that's
have
the
to.
time. You
this
have to
moment
take
that
the
we
time.
are in history. It's a vitally important. And for young people, I've watched people that are looking, say, you wanted to have an adult figure, like older person. This moment, it's every man for himself, because by the time you're looking for this great example, this another hero has fallen, and this other. So by the
Absolutely.
time you're done with it, you're gonna be like, "What the bleep am I supposed to do? I'm just getting out of school, and now the whole industry that I was going to go into, that my mother said, go to school, you have to become a this or and a that or and a doctor and a
Your
lawyer."
internet is gone
The
wonky
top
now. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa.
me
Rocks?
for me.
Yeah, okay. It's
I think it's back
Caleb
now.
Philip, did you notice it? Okay.
Yeah, it got a little slow.
Okay. Yeah, because what
Okay.
happens is that right this minute, the whole of society is topsy turvy, upside down. So the things that they're now, the latest trends for jobs is to become a plumber, become a painter, not like just like a painter of
Something
houses.
more
There's
physical.
those kind of physical. Suppose you now
Yeah,
spent 4 or 5
trade.
years
Yeah,
getting your
trades. Yeah.
degrees. Yeah, and you're not a trade person. I'm not a trade person. Well, now what am I going to do? This is a moment in history where you're going to have to take a moment and take a breath. And what Holly is saying, if you are an intellectual person, it doesn't mean that AI, they're making it sound like AI is going to take away every need for humans. AI is going to run everything, and humans are just going to sit there and be the plumbers
No,
and be the
no.
tradespeople. And there's nothing somebody that's a thinker person needs to do. Just relax that, just sit there and just let AI think for you. I don't think that's
That's not
true.
how it
What I
works.
think,
But
Nope.
that's
what
not
I
even
think
how
is
it works.
right. AI
Philip,
is
where
your
are you?
best.
Sorry, my camera went off. Oh, I
Well, maybe it's a
Maybe
sign.
we
It's
better
a
start
sign.
wrapping it up right around now because
Yeah,
we're seeming to have
yeah.
huge technical difficulties
yeah,
stepping
I
in.
Technical
don't.
difficulty.
I'm not sure. Hold on, I'm coming. Okay, there we go. Sorry.
But oh, oh,
You're
oh my
sideways.
God.
What happened?
Okay, now you're
Why are
okay.
you
I don't
sideways?
know. He's
Oh,
not.
oh, okay. Now we're back.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Mine. Remember the delay. We were slightly delayed with each other.
Oh, okay.
But
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
That
we
was a
we
little
are in a
topsy
society.
turvy.
What we're saying is that we, with Forever Free, and we didn't really talk that much about Forever Free, but Forever Free TV and Forever Free Me, we want to show you that you as a creative person, what regardless of whether you work with your hands or with your mind or with whatever, there is a place for you still in the world. Don't
Yes, you're better. Yep, you're good.
Okay, there we go.
yeah. So as we're finishing out our little soiree into freedom again on another different tens that we wandered around on, as we started off saying is freedom is life.
Oh.
And then Holly, you said it's fusion. And what was the next thing?
Fusion, flow, freedom.
Mm, I like that.
Fusion, flow, and freedom. So as we begin
Yeah.
to walk, as we continue along this path of fusion, as we continue along this path of flow, we're going to have to negotiate, navigate. If you haven't been a flow person, if you've been a compartmentalized person, 1 plus 1 equals 2 equals 3. This is what that one of those moments where you might not be able to do it that way, where you for walks. Maybe you might just
That
have to
would be
breathe.
having
If you
some
were
kind of
a
flexibility, which is another F. But you have to,
flexibility, there's a lot of
right
F's.
now, if you are not flexible with the things that are going on the planet, like if you can't, make a sudden turn, like you're
That's a
saying,
big
you're going
one.
across
That's
the
a big
street, you
one.
have to be able to stop
That's a big one.
because and if you can't, you have to be able to, just like your body, you have to work on your flexibility with your body, your spirit
Movement.
inside
Yeah.
your brain, it has to be able to be flexible because there's
Yeah,
things flying at us left, right, and center that we have never heard before. They're saying aliens, then they're saying no, then what's his name, the president over in the United States, he's raising the tariffs, then this and that and that, and and this and person is this person is not a real person, it's a man, it's a lady, it's a all kinds of weird, and some of them are weird.
Weird,
And if you
weird, weird,
can't
weird.
be flexible and 100% take a breath
Yeah.
before you do whatever the next thing is, do it in the pause, do it in
Yeah.
between the space. It's
Yeah.
going to
I
be
think
very
that's
difficult if you can't learn to flow. You're going to have a hard time with this moment because you're going to keep
flexibility
I
listening
think
to what
that's
they're
too.
saying, and you have to know
mhm.
inside
I
what
mean,
to
but
do
I,
you
next.
just think of something that is rigid. If it's hit, it breaks. But if it has some form of
Absolutely.
right.
flexibility, it will be
Yeah.
able to
Flow. The
bend.
flow
It
is very
bends.
important.
Yes.
But it's
Mhm. I think that's
flexibility is not easy. You have to really be able to
no,
go
it's
with the
not.
flow. It's not easy.
But
Not
Yeah.
an easy one.
training,
And
just like you would with your body, how
mhm.
do you
Yeah.
get more flexible with your body? How do you learn to do the splits? I remember when I was younger, I loved gymnastics. You have to practice every day. You go a little further down, a little further down, a little further
Yes,
down.
and you
Some
have to
days it's
let
really
go. You know
painful.
what? What it really is you have to let go of what your idea of how things should go. Because if you think certain things should go certain ways every day, boom, 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 it changes. You get rigid, and you're like, it has to go this
Yeah.
way. No, you gotta Whatever I
Right.
can't control, I will control. Whatever I cannot
Right. The
control,
control factor comes in. You have to
yeah,
let go of
has to
some of
be
the
more
control.
flexible.
And in letting go of the control, fear wants to step in
Right,
because
Yeah.
right.
that's scary, right? First, you
Yeah.
got to
It is,
admit
but
that
what are you
it's
gonna do?
scary.
Snap? You can't just keep on. Especially for men, the masculine thing is, oh, well, it's gonna go this way, and
Right.
no, it's not
No,
actually.
It's a
You can't do
transitional
anything
no,
about it.
moment, and this
it
is
is.
difficult.
That's a good
And we
word.
just
It's
we just don't.
transitional.
Yeah,
Can't
but
do
we
anything
don't
about it.
want these things can either make you transition into something that you never you it will be something you never thought could happen, but it doesn't have to be a disaster that you never thought would happen. It can be better. It can be a more full person that I didn't really know I could do that. I didn't know I even that thought, because sometimes it's buried like, because you had to get up at a certain age, you had to get the job that your mother's did. And this is like for people say even in my age range, that's like 60. Uh
Mhm.
in my age range, it's not too late for you to pick up something that you left off when you were like 25. And
Or
you just
even younger
had
than that,
yeah,
because you had to
yeah,
pick a
even
career
younger. Right,
that you didn't want. You didn't
right.
want this career, but you had to do it at the time.
So now would be a moment to take a breath and try something else. And
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what we were going to talk about, because every time we talk about this, it all
mhm,
sounds great,
mhm.
but you have to have money, right? On this planet, it's money that you need to pay for your groceries, to pay. So when you were talking about take this break and take this pause and take this
Right,
minute,
right,
when you
right,
have
right.
a 9 to 5, like Philip's yawning right now because he has to go to bed because 9 to 5 starts tomorrow, right?
yes,
Tuesday,
Right.
ma'am.
right?
That's true.
Um,
Unfortunately,
it's, oh, how do you say it? We have, I can only say it based on my life, because I want a certain quality of life. I want my world to be a certain way. I have made all kinds of what people would say decisions that are odd to be able to maintain walking between the raindrops, or walking in the spaces between. Our whole family is like that. I know Philip has done it, and I know Roxanne. I can speak for Roxanne. I can speak for myself. We have made decisions that have cost us maybe really, really, really good jobs in people's
absolutely,
estimation of a good job. But for
absolutely,
me, that same managerial position, which comes with more money, or whatever, would be death.
exactly,
The whole living idea that I plant, that I it's in my heart, would be completely smashed to pieces if I
exactly.
took that managerial position. So it's a matter of you making a decision on how you want your life to go. It's not going to go the way society, it's going to look very different than what they're telling you. And you have to have enough courage and strength to stay the course, because it takes a minute. It's getting faster. The
Yeah, it
universe
is.
is listening and
Yeah,
responding a lot quicker than it used to. But
yeah.
it still takes time.
Yep.
So you're going to have to, I don't know how you say it, have enough strength of mind and to stay with what you feel is the right thing to do.
Right. And if we
Well, I,
don't
I think
know,
it has to
mhm,
do also with like a changing in your mind of what success is and what you place
Right.
value on.
Absolutely. What it means.
Um,
Yes.
because for me, my success is not to get a bigger house with my wife and cars and clothes and all that. My success is when things are in balance and I'm at
Yeah.
peace and I enjoy a
Absolutely.
nice meal and I watch a movie. And so you have to change your in your mind what your success is, because they program us that if we didn't get a nicer car, nicer house, if we didn't make so much money, if we're in this not in this bracket of money and all this stuff, we're,
Right.
oh, God forbid, we're not successful. But really,
Right.
success is what you say, okay, I feel like I've
I'm
arrived.
happy
I'm
like
happy. I'm
this.
good.
I'm
If I'm
happy.
a worker
Happy
at
is good.
McDonald's and I have myself together and I feel balanced, well, who can tell me that I haven't arrived? If I like my Honda Civic, if I don't want a Mercedes, is that okay?
Absolutely.
You know, and I was talking to
Absolutely.
somebody recently and saying, what happens when you're okay? What happens when you're just okay with what you have? Your TV's paid off, your car's paid off, and you pay rent and you're okay. We don't people don't even know because they have to create another issue to get to somewhere. But a lot of people could actually be okay if they just
With
bought
what they
that
have.
Ford,
Absolutely.
buy the Ford, not the Maybach. You have enough money. You're fine. Everything's great.
Uh, it's the truth, though.
But
It's the
no,
truth.
it is. It is. They make it worse. So
You won't even give yourself the chance to say, am I okay with my 2 bedroom or my 1 bedroom or my whatever it is? Am I okay with it?
right. Do you need more? See, this is what goes back to what I'm saying, positive and negative. Do you need more?
Or do you
And yeah,
want
Or
more
do you want
because
more? Right.
you see
somebody said so.
whoever? And not that you stay happy and you only have to stay at that level. It's not necessarily
No,
that you
it's not
stay at
about
that level.
that.
Oh, what is the scripture? And because I'm not really great
I
with
have
them.
learned
Something
whatever state
state
I
I'm
find
in,
myself in
therewith to
to
be
be
content.
content. I
That's
always
what
I
I'm trying
struggled
to
with
say.
that scripture because I
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
am
trying to
very
say.
I'm very driven person. But the
right.
state of mind, the state of being has to remain constant. The actions, like right now, I know forever free TV, it has to flow, funding has to flow. There's a part of me that's going, I'm sitting here, but the part of me that's going all over the place, who I have to contact, da 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 da. But the state of being has to be
Right now,
solid
you're
and
content and you're
straight
happy in the
and
state that
content
you're in.
within
Yes.
myself. But
Right.
you can have a lot of things you're doing or being or whatevering, like
Of
outward, but
course.
your
Of course.
state of being. It took me a while to understand how do you keep a solid, strong, stable state of being when there's so many things that you have to do. But at the core of you, you have to be able to breathe.
Yep.
If it's you have to take a few minutes and you can feel yourself scattering, go back, find a spot, any spot, go in the bathroom, go someplace, and take your center back to stable. And then
Right.
you can go back out and because it is a difficult moment. It's a difficult moment. They went to work this morning, just probably just a happy Joe, whatever. And now the job is gone. Like, okay, what do you do? What do you tell your children for lunch tomorrow?
First thing I would say you have to do in a situation like that is take a breath. We always have said 10 quiet moments.
Yeah,
It's vital that you breathe. You Because your breath is everything. Breath is life. That's what it is.
yeah,
Breath is life. You have to, and it's literal. I'm not just saying, or figuratively speaking. I'm literally saying if you can pause, take at like 5 breaths in
yeah.
and out and hold the top breath and then let it out. You will
Yeah.
find things will slow down to a space that you can actually now say,
At
this is
least
what we can
have
do
a
next. And
thought.
that is what you can
Right.
have a thought. Your
This is a
Mm-hmm.
brain needs
moment.
the
Mm-hmm.
oxygen. You
Yeah.
need to breathe.
Yeah.
And I
Because
think
what
that's
you're
Uh,
what
doing there is you're allowing yourself to access another part of yourself
right.
instead of the
Absolutely.
the carnal
Yeah.
response, instead of the physical
Yeah.
carnal response to whatever it is, you're telling yourself, wait, let's process this on a deeper level. Let's let
Right.
some other information, let's let other things sink in, and you'll find you'll be able to take pieces of the day or whatever it is, and you can get a clearer thought, and you may actually come up
Clearer.
with a
Right. The
solution.
clarity will
So
start.
Absolutely.
it's
And I
just
think that's
hard
why
to do, but it's
that song that you what's the song called again? The
Feel
next song that's
better.
coming up.
Keep
No,
your
not Feel
peace.
Better.
Oh,
Keep Your
yes. Keep
Peace.
your
I think
peace.
that's why that song has come because not that Holly, one of the things that's coming up in the month of August will be Holly's album. And
It's
but she kept
called
saying,
Peace,
sorry, go
Love, and
ahead.
Good Vibes. The album's
Peace,
called
love,
Peace,
and good
Love, and
vibes.
Good
And
Vibes.
part of
And
what
it's
Forever Free TV is really about, it's a place to pause, It's a place to breathe. It's a place to meet other people who are going through this human experience. And so it's not a bad thing to have somebody that says, "Hey, it's okay. We're gonna be okay." It's not bad that you need, like, you can encourage yourself, but what if you can go on to Forever Free TV and watch one of Holly's videos and just say, "Okay, hope does begin in the dark, even though I was feeling this way." Take a minute and watch one of our podcasts. Or,
One thing
it's
I'll say about Forever Free TV, it's based on positivity. We do not dwell on negative things on Forever Free TV. So if you're looking for all that kind of negative ways of talking and la la di da di da, it's not like that. It's positive. It's positivity. It's what it is. Like literally everything there is there to make you feel better.
Thank God for that.
And I don't, there's not, no place you can go to that I know of that's like that.
No.
Everything you go to has some undercurrent of something negatives, just under there. It's just right now, the world is in a plus of negativity.
the
So
balance
I
is off.
did the album I've done is Peace, Love, and Good Vibes because I wanted to find a way to. I write a lot. I've always written songs and stuff like that. But to find a way to write music that's not necessarily saying, Jesus this and God that and all that kind of stuff, only like Christian music, whatever. Yes, there's that. Then there's secular, what they call, the Christian church calls secular music, which is I just lost my man, or it's always about, went to the club or whatever, right? It doesn't have anything that's uplifting in it necessarily. I just wanted some cool vibes. Like, and that's what the album is. It's positive vibes, 70s, from the 70s, island vibes, bossa nova, feel good music that makes you feel better after you're done listening to it. And so it'll be coming out during this month of August, and you'll be able to download it. And we are doing, I'm going to put this out and then we can end. We are doing what we're calling a social experiment in funding, because I don't think there's very many places that practice it yet. But we want to see what happens if we put stuff in the store. We have the Forever Free shop is coming up, and I want to use the album as a starting point for it. It'll be pay what you can, pay what you can, and download and tell to people.
Your voice is going in and
Tell
out, Holly.
people.
Oh
Can you
no.
say?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is it
Can
okay?
you hear
Say it
me
one more
now?
time. Yeah, I can hear you now. Maybe it's just
You'll
me.
be able to pay what you can, say
Mhm.
for to download the music, download a stream, like stream one of the songs or whatever. Pay what you can and tell two people. That will be the only thing. Pay what you can and tell two people who tell two people, and see what happens. Because we all know right now things are very expensive. You can't always afford things. And so we're trying a social experiment to see if that happens and you tell to people, the expansion from there. Roxanne has a theory of
It's
the
not a
power of two.
theory. It's not even
It's
a
not a
theory.
theory. It's something that's been used. I'm sorry, not a
Yeah,
theory, but the
yeah,
power of two. And she's talked about it on previous things. But it's
yeah.
tell two people who tell two people who tell two people. Instead of getting sucked into their algorithm, we create a different sort of algorithm,
A
which
different
is,
one.
it's
Yep.
just different. We're doing something else. This is about
Else.
doing something else. So
Yeah.
and yeah, one of the songs coming up is Keep Your Peace, and I really like it. I have to say, I really like how the video turned out, and we'll be premiering it, I don't know when exactly, but later on this month. And quite a few other things. Jack, the stories with Jack and Jill and the kids will be coming. More new ones will be coming out, and I think it's going to be fun. It's exciting. We've lost Philip.
Yep, I'm
And
working on it.
come back and say goodbye to all your fans out
Yeah.
there.
The way to contact us is um, do info at foreverfreemedia.com. info at forever, the number 4, everfreemedia.com, and just tell me what's up with you. What are you hearing? And you're gonna see as the month goes on, the store goes up, the different things start to line up. But the first step is what Holly and Philip were saying. You have to take a minute, take a breath, take an assessment, and breathe. And
Mm.
everything else comes from that. Nothing
It
else
does.
is going to ever happen if you just keep going like this. It's just
Yeah.
going to get worse. You got
Yeah.
to pause for a moment and take a breath. Okay?
You have to.
You do. You really
So,
do.
All right.
okay.
Bye, guys. Bye,
Bye
Phil.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, Phil.
Bye.
Up in the morning, sun rising high. Feel the groove, let your troubles fly. Break those chains, let your spirit mend. Freedom is life, my friend. Walking downtown, feeling alright. Bass thumping heavy, light shining bright. Gotta dance, let your heart transcend. Freedom is life, my friend. Freedom is life, ain't no pretend. Feel it in your soul, make it blend. Raise your voice, let the rhythm extend. 'Cause freedom is life, my friend. Break it down now. Feel the sound. Let loose now. Get unbound, yeah. Groove with the beat. Let love ascend. Freedom is life, my friend. Smiling faces, arms open wide. Love and joy, no need to hide. Hear the call, let it send. Freedom is life, my friend. Freedom is life, ain't no pretend. Feel it in your soul, make it blend. Ooh, yeah. Raise your voice, let the rhythm extend. 'Cause freedom is life, my friend. Break it down now. Feel the sound. Let loose now. Get unbound.